Okay, the other part, we ran out of time, so now I'm creating Power Tools Part 2. And here you are. And we were talking about a periodic sentence, and I believe I was about to show you an example of a periodic sentence where the main subject and predicate is near the period of the sentence. It's almost like a climactic crescendo where you're making the main point. So here's an example. And it starts with a long adverb clause that doesn't have a subject and a predicate in it until you get to the very end. When I am stuck on the side of the road on my way to school in a snowstorm while the flakes freeze to the windshield, comma, I can use, there you have the subject and predicate, my cell phone to call for help. So what you're accentuating by using a periodic sentence is the fact that the cell phone is helpful. Okay? The next sentence tool is polysyndeton. You've heard of this before. Poly, many, syn, together. This is when you have a bunch of together words, conjunctions, and you're using them on purpose to kind of accentuate the length and the mass of a sentence, of a list of things, okay? For example, I can use my cell phone at home and at school and in the car and at a party and at theme parks and at church. So you're accentuating that there's so many places that a cell phone would be helpful. And so using those multiple conjunctions, all of those ands, there are other conjunctions, coordinating conjunctions like but, or, and, nor, for, so. Fanboys, just remember fanboys. And you could use any of those in a list to make it polysyndeton on purpose. Here's the next one, asyndeton. It's another power sentence tool, and it's the deliberate omission of conjunctions. You're leaving them out on purpose because you want that list to go fast. So here's an example. I can use my cell phone to quickly call mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, cousin, friend. And you want this list to read fast, to read more quickly, because you're kind of accentuating quickness here, right? That a cell phone is so fast. So it's just kind of an artistic, poetic way of making a list sound really cool when you're writing rhetoric. All right, here's the next page. Here's your challenge. I'd like you to write a 2-minute infomercial. You're going to be put in groups. You must use rhetorical tools and strategies. I will divide you into your groups. And I've chosen you on purpose to be together. I want you to discuss and choose a product your group will sell to the audience. It can be real or imaginary. You need to write the infomercial script, and you have to prepare for a group presentation, and in this sense, an iMovie of your infomercial. Okay, let's look at the next page. This is a page where I've written kind of a funny script. I think it's funny. Of an infomercial. Do you want to shed unwanted pounds? Do you want to enhance your mineral intake? Do you want to cleanse your system with the most powerful high fibers? And you can see I just used anaphora there. Okay, the repeated words, do you want to? Now I'm going to switch gears. We know that many diet fads come and go. And so that's concession. You're saying, I know you think that, and we all know that. But then now you're going to use refutation. But you have never seen anything like the new and revolutionary scientifically advanced dirt diet. And I chose the dirt diet just because it's ridiculous, and you know, so many diets are. But dirt diet, can you imagine something more gross? Well, of course you'd lose weight. So anyway, here goes my rest of my infomercial. Dr. Strata, renowned dirt specialist and graduate of Harvard University. This is using a person of authority, you know, authority figure. And I also used kind of a punny name there, Dr. Strata. You may get it or you may not if you studied well in your 6th grade science class. Has created the organic diet composed of all natural dirt. Well, I don't know what dirt isn't all natural. I'm being silly. He has tested this new diet on thousands of dirt deficient people in a very formal study. Dirt diet will not only help you lose weight, but the increased minerals you shovel in will enhance your vision and hearing and hair growth and fingernail strength and skin texture and memory and flexibility and even digestion when you can keep it down. Okay, now here you obviously notice that I'm using polysyndeton, all of those ands. Mr. Mantle, another punny name, of Mount St. Helens, Washington, has said, "Dirt diet is so high in fiber, it has the dual advantage of suppressing my appetite and satisfying my in-between meal cravings." So that's a testimony, which would be a person of authority as well, or perhaps even a quotation, used by someone that's used the product. Another happy dirt consumer, Mrs. Outer Crust, has also said, "This dirt diet is an intestinal bulldozer which removes impurities from my gastrointestinal tract." That's obviously a metaphor, and a funny one as well. "This fast-acting formula dirt is only available during this television offer. This super secret dirt is like a lump of mud that just fills you up." Well, there's a simile. Call now. For just $300 and 5 easy payments, you can receive your special sack of dirt in the mail in just 2 weeks. Warning. Dirt diet may cause intestinal worms, esophageal bleeding, intestinal cramps, bloating, diarrhea, blindness, toxic shock, gaseous responses, fleas, leprosy, bad grades, loss of friends. And so this, I obviously wanted to read very quickly, so I used asyndeton, no conjunctions here, because I wanted it to read super fast so no one could really hear all the horrible things that might happen if they ate my dirt diet. So what you're going to do next is to read the next page out loud with your group, all the requirements for this project, and you need to write in that this project is going to be due, this whole infomercial that you're going to write and then film is going to be due next Wednesday the 30th. Okay, and so March 30th, this assignment will be due. Let me make sure I'm looking at my... Yes, definitely, the 30th. So you'll need to send this completed video to your teacher, and your teacher will check off that your group got it into her. Now, what I want you to do is to read that next page, all the requirements with your the people in. Okay, now you're going to get in your groups, and those have been assigned, and you will start thinking about the product that you want to sell. It can be real or imaginary, and I want you to really put on your thinking caps and think of something that would be fun to create an infomercial about. And so not only will this project be kind of fun and creative, but it will definitely teach you many of the rhetorical tools, since you have to use at least 10 of them and label them within your infomercial. And so you really want to look over and keep this packet with you as you're writing the script. So right now I'm going to challenge you to get in your groups, read that page and of requirements, and then start thinking about your product. Good luck.